Alright, YouTube, now it's time to discuss, my level of socializing, okay? Now, this is very important, okay? Because, what you don't understand, not just through my category, but, through the experience of the whole thing as a whole, right? Is you have to understand that, when the well comes at you, that means what you want out of socializing is immature and it's out of your age, okay? And that is, typically true, right? With all the homework and all the sports and their subconsciousness, they claim to be a grasp. Man, really, I'm further in the books, really, in the mature that they're on. Maybe more hyper and rapid, but where it comes, throwing food, really, with nachos, immature snot, really, it's up there, all right? Now, in doing so, all right, I need you to understand something, all right? When Noelle literally saw me complain, she forwarded it to men. So, I mean, when it came to her generation, literally, and she forwarded it to people saying that itchy challenge. That's when they address you. Like, when you come up to females, you gotta have the swag. This, and that. You see? That's a part of it, okay? Literally, what lesbian cops like to do is like to say everybody's bloods and everybody's pedophiles. Literally, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, literally, get the fuck out of here. Because the truth of it is, all right? This is gonna shock you, all right? The reason literally why freshman fails, and freshman is in the book, freshman is a novice mistake. Literally, that means literally you have people all up over you. Literally, which is my form of socializing without knowing you, okay? And that's why it fails, all right? And why do you get lead come to you? Because you don't take it so you don't have those factors. You don't have the factor of actually knowing the person. Literally, when you have lead come to you, freshman, etc. All right? Literally, what you have is you have an undeniable feeling of everybody all up over you like a drug instead of actually being real. Now, when mom says something about my socializing, literally, here's a trick. What they say in the outside, this is my purple outfit, which is going to be, another, video. Why, me, adjacently, in high school, was the key to the future of Kaguya, the guy who performs Dragon Ball Z the Stadium. Alright? Now, in doing so, okay? Literally, beware, because what my mom, says I have socializing, right? And what the well says, externally, is that you want to socialize, literally, what we're going to do, literally, play some anime video games, do this, and that, literally mean that people want to go out on adventures, people want to do real shit, people want to play baseball, people want to go to San Francisco, all right? Big boy shit, all right? That's a big thing, so when you fuck with me and I refer to a mental condition, first off, I hit them, all right? Because I learned that, building your subconscious is a thing, and the volume literally states that she's using stereotypes, she's using racism over you, when they're playing off the steps like me, when I was downloading music in high school, right? That's why she admits that you listen to horrible music. That's why literally other things come into play. Literally, here's one. I'm just getting stunned. This isn't on topics in the video, but literally one time when I was complaining, she's like, errors. Literally, people think about a whole bunch of things, and you think about the same thing, anime, which is still nerd shit, which contributes, to why I wasn't that social, okay? But, in doing so, my anime shit, if you know me on YouTube, has expanded because I was hanging out with people like Smeagie and Carlos, doing drugs. So I gotta keep up, things like anime where you hanging out with Smeagie and Carlos doing drugs, all right? It's true. It's absolutely true. That's why they ignored that I was impulse the Isaiah socializing, all right? Literally revolves around, doing drugs at a gang. It's called Screamo, all right? Literally, he has a little bit of a gay factor into it, all right? And that's a part of, my socializing, okay? Because what my socializing does is it goes all over the factor, but it's also intellectual in the game, and it expands, all right? Like me, Anthony Perry, and Sean Dre, all right? Literally, which is the highest class, but socializing is actually thing you're supposed to do when you're second grade, ever since you're little. You actually have to get to know them, which is what my mom refers to. Now, the trick to lesbian cosplay is they like their Ford. Oh, you see how he saw two things bouncing each other? You see how he was a Ford? You see how literally he's the perfect build for fucking this and that? What he plays off of is that I'm secretly childish. Literally, once he say this is keeping back in her mind, that's actually a skill. That he's actually playing off the real thing, the Vario. And certain people, there's some cops that actually go to America today that say me in high school is better than me right now. What the arrow taught me was execution, all right? Literally, they told me I had rust mindset. Literally, that I didn't, have grasp. And the thing about the arrow, when you slow down or when you put emphasis on certain punch signs, literally, which I did a little bit if you want to sugarcoat the video a little bit, but not all throughout like Saba going to multiple rap forms, literally challenging Drake and shit, all right? Now, when that happens, right, literally, that's connected to being social. Why? Because you're actually aware of the audience. You're doing things to keep them alert, instead of disrespecting them to like the same thing, all right? And it haunts me, all right? Not to this day, but how cool I am actually on paper, literally, because I told you, literally, unlike high school, when things weren't allowed to play off each other, literally, now things are just fine. Literally, not just the girls, literally, how I'm playing off the video games and how it's actually, adjacently going in is just fine. All right? Now, that's the thing. I don't know whatever you want to do in school, this, and that, but the lesbian cops, what they did, right? Literally, was I just saw, episode of Sailor Moon, and I was just thinking about my daughter in school, why she is a star student, and why also Zach is a star student, alright? Alright? It's really, really, plentiful. That's true, Lily. So what I'm saying, Lily, is when they're young, Lily, when you're complaining you have autism, you're lowered in too, all right? Lily, so that's what they mean when you complain. Like, do you want to socialize the right way, or do you want to go out and not do nothing? Because we're not going to be out, Lily, and not do shit all day. Lily, when it comes to criticism, it's up to a T, all right? So what they do is they go above their imagination, but they go below imagination, in order to give a low blow, and that's another one, all right? So, in all reality, okay? The truth of it is this, okay? Literally, if I were to play that episode of Fairy Tale in front of Noelle, instead of her being biased to same fairy tale, she would have loved it, literally, especially with the opening. But you have to understand that this is humans, this, and that, okay? Literally, and so, to be honest, right? You know why? Because it fluctuates. That's why, literally, when I got my, nice clothing, that's why mom got jealous, but that's why she was telling me, social skills are zero. So remember, literally, she told me, literally, to calm down, do your work in fucking class, literally, that don't listen. Oh, the thing that pissed me off the most for these fucking lesbian cops, literally, was the companies in the fucking air. It was the best company in the world. I only had Asperger's on Who Wants This Temptation, and 30-ass people like Sean Schimmel didn't give me nothing, okay? Literally, so literally, you want to be all up over your socializing, literally, well, I'll tell you there's nothing fucking wrong with it. You want me, burst out for no reason. Literally, me and Shannon, or they have bad socializing in the world that people are all up over you. You are just fucking dung shit.